And then I was like, I want to give you a hug.
The fuck?
Interesting conversation, dearies. But you see, it is time for a different one. For me! Hello, Nurgle. Hello, Khorne. Oh, you're just as happy as ever to see me, aren't you?
Fuck off! Fuck, bastard!
That's for my 3 o'clock appointment, dearie. For you see, I have a proposition for the two of you. I have made a show, and I shall call it Cooking with Slaanesh. And I have decided that you, Nurgle, and Tzeench are to be my guests and my co-hosts. What do you say?
I like it.
Oh, thank you, Nurgle. You're agreeable as ever. What about you, Khorne?
Nice. Alright.
Oh, thank you. And what about you, Tzeench? You raise a
Where the
compelling
fuck is that
point.
sorcerer?
Thank you. Oh, he's the sun right now.
Fucking change it.
Well, you see, we don't even need to set up a crew or anything because I have my faithful cameraman down over yonder. Now come now, my pretties, stand at my sides. Khorne is already there.
I will fucking slaughter you.
Oh, I would enjoy that experience, Khorne. But for now, we have a show to do. He always was a special child, wasn't he? Oh my, you can just pound my ass later. But for now, we have a show to do. Now then, allow me to introduce myself, my precious mortal delights. Here in the Eye of Terror, my humblest of abodes, I shall show you the ways of cuisine the likes of which you have never seen before. For you see, my future slaves, I am she who thirsts, the great enemy, the Prince of Pleasure, the Lord of Excess, Slaanesh! And here are some other motherfuckers who you may care about, I guess. This heaping fat sack of decay, rot, and couch potato-ness is the Lord of Decay, Nurgle!
Gentlemen like ever.
And here, this vicious man, this font of blood, the Lord of Skulls, the Blood God, and a repressed homosexual, Khorne!
Josh! Shut the fuck up, you pussy.
Oh my. And up there is, Tzeench. Not really much to say about him. But anyway, let's start with the first dish. The Eldar Soul Kebab.
Oh yes.
First, you must take 3 Eldar Soul Stones and crack them over a pot made of demonet flesh. From there, you can spice the souls with Harlequin Death Jester skulls. From there, you can then add sautéed solitaire meat. Khorne, how would you suggest serving the meat?
Brutally tenderized.
What about the temperature it should be cooked at?
About 37 degrees.
Oh, well, that's actually some sound advice, Khorne. Thank you. Nurgle, what about the juiciness of the meat? You're an expert on juiciness, after all.
It should be floating.
Riveting. What about you, Tzeench? Fascinating, thank you. Now then, furthermore, you must remove the fat with a lash of torment granted by me for faithful service and worship. From there, you can saute and burn the flesh over the remains of Craftworld Ulthway, which will be mine one day. Fucking laughing god. But anyway, what do you think of this recipe, Khorne?
Sounds good.
What about you, Nurgle?
I want it now.
Oh, you can have it later, you fat sack of shit. But anyway, the second dish is the Metal Boxes smoothie. First, you must take a Space Marine captain, recently shaved. Then you must take 5 Space Marine companies, also recently shaved. And then you must stuff them to the point of bursting into rhino transports. Now, Khorne, I know you have a very special hate in your heart for metal boxes. So how would you suggest smashing the Marines inside?
This is mindless savagery.
Don't shoot the fucking cameraman! I paid good money for that. This is the things I deal with at home, people. Pity me. Lust for me. Anyway, after you've smashed the Space Marines in the Rhino transports to your liking, you must put the resulting mess into a blender set to puree. You must blend this for about, about 5 minutes. And then you must inject stimulants and drugs via a needle of ecstasy into the mix. This will make about 10,000 servings, and you must serve it chilled like the metal boxes that they were so trapped in before.
Boxes!
Khorne. It shall be filled with blood, so you should probably get a kick out of this recipe.
Blood.
Oh, yes. What about you, Nurgle? What do you think?
The box rusty.
Yes, the boxes will be rusted, all the better to make the Marines suffer.
Yummy.
Oh, he's such a simple man to please. Not that I'd touch his cock with a 10-foot pole, but never mind. The third dish on our menu is the Orc Pizza. First, you must get the so-called... Yes, greenskins, just like you, Nurgle. How does that make you feel? I actually got this idea from one of your Plague Marines. I actually got the idea for this recipe from one of your Plague Marines. And Khorne, I know you have a special place in your heart for killing orcs. So this ought to make you happy as well. You do keep raising the gun at me, I'm slightly concerned. No, you can't shoot the cameraman.
Oh.
You can kill something later, you primitive barbarian.
For Khorne.
You are Khorne! Anyway. First you must get these so-called gubbins. The orcs call them, their machinery. Their bits, if you would. And you must bake it into a crust. The bread should probably be rye, since, well, orcs are into that sort of thing. Then you must take 10,000 orc heads, and then put it on to the cheese, which you shall make from squig milk. Now, milking a squig is no easy task, I assure you, but I enjoyed myself thoroughly while doing it. It is a harsh, yet rewarding experience. Anyway, after you wrangle... I'm not greedy. That hurt my feelings, Nurgle. You can make it up to me by giving me a kiss later. But anyway.
Give you a hug.
Oh, you can hug me all you want later. But anyway, after you get the cheese and the heads, you must add teeth. For you see, orcs just love their teeth. But you must be quick about it though, for they decay in about 24 hours. Then you must make sure to get tomato paste, and that it must be red. For you see, the orcs believe that red goes faster. And the redder the tomato paste is, the faster it will go into their greedy little mouths. Yes, blood. You can add blood too if you want. It's an optional recipe. Well, you know, ingredient. But anyway, and then you must heat the pizza in a looted stove. For you see, everything that the orcs use is looted in some fashion. Khorne, what do you think of this recipe?
Blood for the blood god.
You mean blood for you? Yeah, that's
Yes.
about what I expected. That's about what I expected. Nurgle, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm still confused with the squid thing, but yummy.
Oh, you'll learn about squigs when you're older. Tzeench, what about you? Always an insightful comment. Anyway, we're almost done with my recipes, dearies. The fourth dish shall be the roasted stuffed Imperial Guardsman. And personally, I just love this recipe. It's of my own personal design. First, you must take one Imperial Guard. It doesn't matter if they're a man or a woman, for Slaanesh embraces all genders. Then, you must take 10 demonettes. But make sure these demonettes have a penis, that I have blessed them with myself, with my ecstasy-filled powers. From there, the demonettes will tenderize the guardsman's orifices with the phallic objects, and then they must tenderize the meat with a doom siren. Now, this is very important, for you must fill the guardsman with demonic seed until it is filled to bursting. The stomach must be bloated, the anus must be leaking, the vaginal crevasse must be filled. And the mouth. Oh, let's not even get started on what you have to do to the mouth. But anyway, through all this, you must roast the now raped and defiled guardsman with a heavy flamer. What temperature? Well, that's honestly up to you, but I prefer it nice and crispy. Khorne, what do you think of this recipe?
Maim! Kill! Burn!
Nurgle?
I don't like crispy, but anyways, good.
Well, it can be plenty soggy from the semen. And what do you think, Tzeench? Oh, you're right, I should add a bit of onion garnish to it. What was I thinking? But anyway, the final dish ought to appeal to you very much, Khorne. After all, it's based on an old joke of yours. For you see, the final dish is cornflakes.
Ah, fuck you!
Oh, what are you going to do, Khorne? What are you going to do about it? Slaughter me? Slaughter the cameraman? Oh shit, he's actually doing it! Well, I'm afraid that's all for Cooking with Slaanesh today, dearies. I'll see you all next time!